Minh Hạnh xin kính chào quý vị. Quý vị đang theo dõi chuyên mục Cuộc sống thông minh trên kênh truyền hình FBNC, chuỗi chủ đề về tư vấn sức khỏe. Ngày hôm nay sẽ là chủ đề về sức khỏe của gan và bác sĩ sẽ chia sẻ với chúng ta về chủ đề này là bác sĩ Pedro đến từ khoa nội tổng quát chuyên về gan thuộc Family Medical Practice. Xin mời quý vị cùng theo dõi. Thank you for joining us here today.
Well, it's my pleasant. In fact, this kind of opportunity for me is very valuable because since a long time I want to spread the knowledge for the community because the issue about the health and the liver is plenty of myth and misconcept.
Right, I see. So that's amazing that we have you here now to talk about liver diseases and any other misperceptions, right, around liver. But anyway, so what are the most common liver diseases and their causes?
Well, this is one quite wide question because in the same way that there is not coronavirus in Vietnam, it's the same way that you said, what is the most common cause of sore throat? If you go to my country, it's coronavirus. If you go to London now, maybe it's another diseases. The same can happen with the diseases of the liver because this is upon the country and even the country upon the community. Let's say someone 20 years old that came with the liver function test on the sky, I will think in infection. I will think about hepatitis B. I will think about alcohol. If it's one old resident from Australia with obesity and diabetes and smoking, I will think more in fatty liver. In fact, we can think different about even from continents. If we think about the most common liver diseases in Europe, is more related with alcohol and fatty liver. In USA, as far is fatty liver. And even through the time is changing because 20 years ago is not the same as now. In Vietnam, specifically, the most common is hepatitis B. And slowly, you know, every progress comes with the good and the bad. And Vietnam is one of the countries with the faster growing from the economical point of view, from the quality point of view, from the academic point of view, but also all this progress is coming with all the bad. I'm sorry about all these big companies with fast food and all these beautiful cars that every day are filling more the street, but these are the two sources. I mean, no exercise and eating, but not what quality, full of fat and carbs, what is turning the pattern of disease. Because in Vietnam, as far the most common was hepatitis B, and slowly start to be fatty liver, like in the first world country.
So for someone like me, like for people who are not in the field, how can we tell if our liver is not functioning very well as it should be? How can we tell? That's for someone like me.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's quite impossible. The liver suffer quietly. Many times I joke about this and I say this is like husbands. Suffer quietly, not shouting too much. And when the liver shout used to be, as you said in your introduction, used to be very late. Very, very late. We have patients that they came first consultation because yellow skin and already they are on the end-stage disease. When I did, let's say, my brief introduction, I said about myth. Most of the symptoms that the general people think are related with the liver are not related with the liver. For example, many times the patient came because they found some little shadow, no yellow skin, just something on the skin, in the face, or a little this, and they said, it's my liver. As far as skin condition really engaged with liver disease used to be at a very late stage. Also, pain in the liver. Many times it's not pain in the liver, it's pain on the gallbladder. Let's think, I will use my model. Many times the patient feel pain in this area, and it's because the gallbladder, and the gallbladder physically, in fact, is outside the liver. It's pipes related with the bilis, and inside used to be stones. When you eat a lot of fat food or you drink a lot, it's not a surprise to have pain, and many times it's because of stone. But technically, this is not the liver, this is the gallbladder. As far as I said, the liver is very, very rare to have symptoms. And because one example is the liver used to clean all the toxins from the food or from medication. When your liver is sick, you cannot clean all these toxins. And then your brain starts to be full of toxin. This is called encephalopathy. And one of the symptoms is insomnia. But please don't be confused that anyone that is like this at night with insomnia is because the liver. But insomnia is one of the symptoms from liver disease. The other one is when your skin becomes very, very yellow. And not just the skin, the white on the eyes become yellow. If you eat some specific food in big amount, sometimes your skin changes color. There are people that because diet or this and that eat a lot of carrot and pumpkin. And even people that eat a lot of orange. Sometimes all the pigment go to your skin, but it's not on the mucosa, on the white area in the eyes. When the liver is sick, it's not cleaning this that is called bilirubin, then go to your skin, and you start to have itchiness as crazy. In my previous experience working in Argentina in a liver transplant unit, we saw patients that even start to have suicidal thought.
Wow.
Because the
liver.
itchiness.
Oh, I see.
Crazy, crazy, unbearable itchiness. Itchiness, insomnia, confusion. The more dramatic also is related that when the liver is very sick, and this is what I used to show to the patient, this is healthy, smooth, the color is exactly when you see by yourself. When it's very sick, it starts to be full of scar. In this model, we have all the stage in one go, but in real life, it's uniform, not in different stage in one model. When the liver is full of scar, the blood cannot go through. And then you start to have what is called barricks. Same as you have here or in the leg, but inside. And then the other dramatic symptoms is vomiting blood. Again, we are speaking about symptoms related with the liver, actual symptoms. That's why if we need to put effort on to inform the community, it's not about be aware of symptoms. Is be aware that your liver maybe is already sick and you feel nothing. And this is the point, prevention. We always work on prevention instead of treatment.
Right, so but like you say, there are a lot of symptoms there, but because they can be confused with other types of diseases, so it's always better to have it checked by the doctor, by the professionals, right? If our liver is not functioning properly, so what could be the dangers or consequences?
When the liver is sick, most of the time, as I said, but most of the time, and for years and years, there are no symptoms. That's why I always insist in prevention, not in treatment. It's not be aware of, because even you are aware of, the symptoms used to be late on the disease. There is a bunch of biochemical consequences and you feel nothing. That's why it's very important to do regular checkup, to early detection. Most of the time, the diagnosis came from a regular checkup, not from symptoms. Because if you wait for symptoms, it used to be very, very late. One of the biggest change that, as I know, the Vietnamese public system is doing is to push the community to do checkup. And this is critical. Liver disease, as I said, Vietnam, the most common cause is hepatitis B. Your liver could be extremely sick and you feel and look perfect. The only way to catch it is through regular checkup.
Right. So you talked quite a bit about prevention. Like it doesn't start from treatment, right? To have a healthy liver, but with the prevention, precaution, and all that stuff. So there are any supplements or any special diet or a good lifestyle that actually help to strengthen our liver function, or in other words, to have a healthier liver?
Sometimes I say to the patient, I said, I have a secret. I know how to prevent your cholesterol, your liver disease, your diabetes, your high blood pressure, even your anxiety. And everything, if you go, came to just the same route to prevent, the way to prevent. And is, don't eat too much. You need to eat different kind of food, not just one that you like. It's not that carbs, if you eat carbs, it's a sin. But you need to balance with proteins. You need to go to fruit and vegetables, different colors, and to balance. It's balance about the kind of fruits, or kind of food, and also the amount. Alcohol, as less as possible. It's known that a small amount of red wine is healthy, in fact. But the point is that many times you start with one glass and immediately came the second and the third.
Sure.
That's why, as a doctor, it's very difficult to advise, use alcohol. Smoke, there's no way to be good. Exercise. Exercise is a very critical point. But nowadays, happy life, forget the corona for a while, happy life in Vietnam, not inflation, food from everywhere, motorbike and cars, and this is exactly the opposite way to keep the liver healthy. Too much alcohol, too much fast food, no any exercise. And about supplements or diet, it's not a magic diet. It's just as far as common sense. There is not one food that is forbidden. It's the holistic approach is you should go to fruit, vegetables, a little red meat. Fish, good amount, plus exercise. And when we say the exercise, it's not just walking the dog 10 minutes a day. You need to push yourself. With all these big data that start to manage and artificial intelligence that let you analyze a lot of information in a short period of time, now we have a number, 150. 150 is the number of minutes that you need to do regular, medium exercise to keep your body healthy. And I used to say to the patient, easy math, 30 minutes, 5 times a week, walking fast, this is this 150, moderate physical activity. When I go to the pharmacy to buy paracetamol, and I see the amount of supplements that are for clean the liver, the first step that when the patient came with this fatty liver or toxicity and they ask me for advice is stop every supplement. Because at the end of the day, supplements are also chemicals that you are putting into your body. The best detox is to don't put anything non-natural inside your body. And that's why I push them to switch the diet and always with some exercise.
Right. Thank you so much, Dr. Pedro. I think that's it for today. Okay. Thanks a lot indeed. Thank you.
I enjoy the interview. Thank you.
Thank you. Quý vị thân mến, chúng ta vừa cùng trò chuyện với bác sĩ Pedro thuộc khoa nội tổng quát của Family Medical Practice, chủ đề sức khỏe về gan. Cảm ơn quý vị đã quan tâm theo dõi. Hẹn gặp lại quý vị trong các chuyên mục lần sau.